Sir Chris Bryant asks the question, what justification is there for a Gay Pride Month? He then proceeded to give a number of reasons why he believes it is necessary. First of all, let it be understood that each year during June, public celebrations are promoted to support the LGBT rights and lifestyles. These celebrations are based upon modern secular values and personal beliefs which differ from and in many respects oppose the Christian standards of morality clearly taught in the Bible. I can clearly demonstrate that these modern views are contrary to the historic beliefs of Christian nations such as Britain once was. For many centuries, Britain's laws concerning marriage, family life and sexual conduct were founded upon biblical principles and Christian morality. However, there has been a significant cultural shift. I'm now 77 years old and the father of 6 children. During my lifetime, I have witnessed this change taking place. During the last century, secular humanism increasingly replaced Christian belief as the guiding influence in public life. The authority of Scripture was gradually set aside and replaced by the attitude that says, I will decide what's right for me and no one has the right to tell me otherwise. As a result, personal choice came to be regarded as more important than biblical truth and moral responsibility. As these ideas gained prominence, traditional Christian teaching concerning marriage, sexuality and family life came under increasing challenge from those who opposed it. A series of legal reforms followed. Homosexual acts were decriminalised, the age of consent was equalised, civil partnerships was introduced and same-sex marriage was legally recognised, and increasing legal recognition was given to personal identity and lifestyle choices. These changes are not based upon the teaching of Christ or the authority of Scripture, but upon secular arguments relating to personal liberty, equality, human rights and freedom from discrimination. As a result, the legal framework governing marriage, sexuality and personal identity became increasingly rooted in secular concepts of personal rights, individual choices rather than the historic Christian understanding that has shaped the British law and public morality for centuries. Today, many advocates of the Pride movement openly reject biblical authority, biblical sexual ethics and the traditional Christian definition of marriage. Indeed, those who continue to uphold biblical teaching are often dismissed, criticised or ridiculed for doing so. Modern LGBT activism generally derives its moral authority from secular concepts of equality and personal self-determination rather than from historic Christian teaching. In saying this, I do not seek to justify hatred, violence or mistreatment towards anyone. Every person is worthy of dignity, kindness and respect. However, I do oppose the beliefs and conduct promoted by the Pride movement because I believe they are contrary to the teaching of Scripture and historic Christian morality. Nevertheless, Christians must also ask whether society should publicly celebrate conduct and beliefs that Scripture identifies as contrary to God's revealed will. I write this in response because Fareham is holding a Gay Pride celebration this month. My concern is not simply with Pride in itself, but with the wider moral and cultural changes that have taken place in Britain over recent decades. In my view, the abandonment of historic Christian standards concerning marriage, sexuality and family life has contributed to a broader shift in moral values. Conduct that was once regarded as contrary to the biblical teaching is now celebrated, while the authority of Scripture is increasingly disregarded. Over many years I have witnessed the consequences of sexual behaviour and family breakdown that departed from the Christian standards upon which this nation was once founded. These experiences persuade me that the moral questions surrounding sexuality are neither simple nor without consequences. For this reason, I believe there is a need for honest discussion and careful examination rather than simply accepting the assumptions of modern culture. Indeed, I believe that some of the consequences of this culture shift have been harmful and deserve far more public discussion than they currently receive. So I return to the question that Sir Chris Bryant asks: what justification is there for a Gay Pride Month? And I ask a further question: what is the moral foundation upon which Pride is built, and how does it compare with the moral foundation upon which Britain itself was once established? These are important questions which deserve consideration rather than dismissal. For those with a serious interest in this subject, I have written more fully on this matter in my book, A Father's Mandate. It is available to read free of charge through the Internet Archive, using the URL link at the bottom of this page. Those who wish to discuss these matters further are also welcome to contact me. Thanking you for listening.